there's no shul today.
There you go.
Oh, but when Ellie said, oh, wait, but something about my grandpa's thing, she's like, well, I have a plaque from my mother, so.
It's a problem, you know, I mean, everybody's got something. So why this and not that?
This is on my own.
Did her mother make it, or, so maybe they should have like a thing in the library. It could be curated, and it just gets rotated, and people put things in it, glass cabinet, or something. You know, like they have, some schools have it, you know, just put pieces in it. You could put some of your grandfather's other stuff in. You know, you could put in the tobacco boxes and the rockers. You know, I mean.
Hey, Jonathan.
Right, I'd be interested to see or hear if Max does make an appointment with David.
Well, Erin said he wants her to talk to you.
Let's do it together. It's good. I think she'd actually like it intellectually.
Yeah.
I just think it would rip the family. Oh, no, I don't know.
My mom seems pretty detached.
My mom's pretty attached to her grandma. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat. Wow, twice in 1 week, dude. You're scaring me.
Well, A, my kids are away at college,
there you
I have
go.
free time for
There you
the
go.
moment,
Yeah.
and B, today's my dad's yard site.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, now
Wait, so you were
I
te-
have children to shepherd around,
You know
I
what?
have time to do things.
I wish I could say, you know, they stay away. They go and then they, somehow they find their way back.
Well, the one who's out of college is off the payroll and living on his own.
I love it. That's
So,
good.
you know.
That's good, yeah, right.
But you were telling me, what is Aristotelian communications theory? I am genuinely very interested in knowing.
So overly, massively oversimplified, it's that the way you communicate is more than just words, that it's rhythms and there's a lot to communicating other than just the plain meaning of words. There's a lot of meaning and communication happens with how you put it all together, how you say it, etc. So
And
it's
Aristotle
broader
had a
than,
theory of this.
yeah,
Aristotle had a theory of this.
yes.
Very cool.
That if you want to communicate effectively, you have to do better than just putting words on a page that simplistically interpret and mean what you mean.
That's true. I think he was right about that.
Yeah.
That
So-
sounds right.
So the one piece of that I retain to this day that makes people I work with crazy is I'm very picky about picking a word that doesn't just mean what I need it to mean, but has the right nuance to it. You know, there's a lot, you may have 8 words that mean the same thing, but you have to pick the right one that has slightly different meanings, and the differences among those individual words matters more to me than it does to most people. I mean, I've lost count can't remember times in my career where I've said, no, that's not the right word is this. And I've had someone who works for me say, but they mean the same thing.
Well, I think you picked
Can
it.
you describe though why you've chosen the word that you do choose?
I can, well, I do.
You can. Are you a writer?
No, I'm a finance person,
Oh, really?
but I write investment memos.
You write what?
But I write investment memos,
Oh.
and I'm very choosy about how you describe things,
Yeah.
particularly for a finance person.
Were you here on Rosh Hashanah?
I was.
So the second day I got up and I did like a piece, I don't know if you heard it, so I was trying to describe this, initially I'd written about this 400-pound secretary who was smoking at her desk, and I was like, I can't say 400 pounds, it's like insulting, whatever, so then I put rotund, and that didn't do it, and then for some reason, formidable came up in my head, and it sounded right, but I could never say why formidable was a better word than rotund. You know what I mean? So the fact that you can describe, like, understand why something is a better choice
I
than
would tell you,
others.
people
Well,
don't
you
always
pick-
see the missing nuance in the words that I do.
Well,
but-
I think you picked a good, or you didn't pick it, maybe it picked you. English is a good language for this. I was actually just having a conversation with a colleague.
The rabbi's not here tonight, so I'm going to be leading services.
Oh, great, here you go.
Oh, the rabbi is here, excuse me.
About,
No, I don't think you should. Please.
so we're talking about Hebrew, and I love Hebrew, and I love
Go ahead.
Hebrew, and I
Don't
love
scare us like that.
Hebrew.
Wait,
But Hebrew is
Jonathan, do you want to leave?
more
No.
spare language than English.
That was a pretty
And,
no.
in English, I have, right?
I'm
I
a
have-
follower.
I have
You're a fuck.
Your beautiful voice.
15
I don't
words
buy
with
that.
being rotund. You don't have that. Like,
Right.
you don't have, like, the words, so which forces, which I think,
There's also sentence construction.
Not that
that
good,
is
because I was
as
feeling a
well.
little
I
off.
think probably, I don't know if
I'm not even gonna hear you.
yeah.
Say hi.
What little I know, I
No,
picked
I
up
don't
on
think
that.
in the beginning.
Sentence construction is a little bit more, matters a little bit.
You're running away from me.
Well,
Sure, I mean, I'm not a
I
linguist,
picked
so
philosophy
like,
for a really bad reason. I picked philosophy because in one of my first classes, they pulled out a book by Marx and another by Aristotle, and my assignment was to read them and say where they were wrong, and that appealed to my,
What's the matter?
Why, that sounds like a good reason to pick philosophy.
yeah, it appealed to my rebellious nature. We picked some of the smartest people in the history world, and I got to say where they were wrong.
That sounds like a good reason to pick philosophy.
That's
No, I think,
wonderful.
we talked
And then a professor would say, well, you were wrong.
one feature of Hebrew that I
What's the matter?
feel acutely when I'm in Israel and speaking Hebrew is that, I think this is just
Are we supposed to be
actual
doing
truth.
tonight?
It's much harder to be organized in Hebrew than it is in English. Okay, so which and you know there's
Well, those are connected, right? Because it's also easier to be evasive
it,
in English.
so in English, you know,
Wait,
I would say something like,
My understanding is.
might be the wrong example for you to
My
pass this off. I
understanding
mean, I'm not
is.
saying, but I would say, could you, you know, would it be possible for you to bring me a straw?
Oh, no, I didn't get a text.
You could sort of say
It's
that,
an English.
but it would sound
But I
really
didn't, I
weird and
didn't.
awkward and like the way
You know, I thought it was with it because we're.
Bring it strong.
We don't do
More
that.
or less. I think that
Those children running away from me.
language that reflect the way culture. I think it constructs a world.
All right, we're getting this, so what do you think?
Rabbi?
Yes, please. We're running late.
Page 14 or 46. We're going to move
I
a...
have a question.
Yes, Barry.
Can we move Avi Noam from Monday to tomorrow?
No, he's not available this.
That's
He's
why.
not coming down Shabbat? He's celebrating Shabbat and.
La la land.
Is he gonna be here on Monday, is the
This is
question?
he's
Sunday
going to be
night.
here on Monday.
Sunday night, I
This
hope.
is
Avi Noam, if you're looking at the live stream, thumbs down.
Yes. Okay, page 14 or 46.
Yes.
Yadi nefesh Hamon Mishoch Avdach El Retzonach Yarutz Avdach Kemo Ayam Yishtachaveh El Mul Hadarach Yerab Lo Yedidutach
מנוף עצוב וכל טעם. אדוני עוזב העולם, נפשי חולת אהבתך. אנא אל נא רפנה לה, בהרוד לה נועם זיווך, אז תתחזק ותתרפא, והייתה לך שפחת עולם, ותיק ימו רחמך, וחוס נא על בן אוהבך, כי זה כמה נחשוף לראות בתפארת עוזך. ענה לי מחמד ליבי חושנה, תלם הגלנה, ופרוס חביב עלי את סוכת שלומך. תאיר ארץ מכבודך, נגילה ונשמחה בך. הרהוב כי במועד, וחונני כי מעולם. היי די 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 די, היי די 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 די, היי די 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 די, היי 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 די 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 די, Page 15, or page 49. Lechu neranana ladonai naria letzur yishenu nokadma fana betoda bizmirod naria lo ki el gadol Adonai umelech gadol lo Hashem. Arbaim shana akud bedo, ואומר עמתו אל לבבהם, והם לא ידעו דרכי, אשר נשבעתי באפי, אם יבון אל מנוחתי. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו. ליום ישועתו ספרו בגויים, כבודו בכל העמים נפלאותיו. כי גדול אדוני ומולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. כי כל אלוהי העמים אלילים, ואדוני שמיים עשה, הוד והדר לפניו, עוז ותפארת במקדשו. אבו לאדוני משפחות עמים, אבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז. אבו לאדוני כבוד שמו. שאו מנחה ובואו לחצרותיו, השתחוו Havul Adonai behadrat kodesh tilu mipanav kol haaretz imru vagoyim Adonai malach aftikon tevel bal timon yadinamim b'meisharim yismachu v'tagel haaretz yiram hayam umlo ya'alo sadai v'chol asher bo az yorananu kol atzeya lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot tevel betzedek ve'yamim be'emunato yadai dai dai hey dai 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 hey dai 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 Page 1751. Adonai malach tagel haaretz yismachu yim rabim anav arfel sevivan tzedek u'mishpat mechon kiso eish lefanav telech harim kadan yevshu kol shama v'tismach Sion v'tagelna benot Yehuda lamad mishpatecha Adonai ki ata Adonai Elyon al kol haaretz meod na'aleita al kol Elohim ohavei Adonai sinura shomer nafshot chasidav Miyad Rishayim Yatzilem Or Zaru ala Tzadik Ul Yishrei Lev Simcha Simchu Sadikim Baronai Vehodu Lezecher Kodsho Page 18 Shiur L'Adonai Shir Chadash Ki Yifum Adasa Shiur Hadi Adonai Shir Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot tevel b'tzedek v'yamim b'meisharim. Page 1953. Adonai malach yirgazu amim yoshev keruvim tanut haaretz. Adonai b'tzion gadol v'ramu al kol ha'amim yadu shivcha gadol v'nora. V'ramu b'nora hevi shtachu v'nora. Ramamu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachavu l'char kodsho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Please rise, page 20 or 54. Mizmor leDavid havul Adonai b'nei lim havul Adonai kavod va'oz havul Adonai Shemo ishtachavu l'Adonai v'hadrat kodesh kol Adonai ha'mayim el hakavod hirim Adonai al mayim rabim kol Adonai ba'koach Adonai כמו בין רעמים. כל אדוני חוצב לבוט אש, כל אדוני יחיל מדבר, יחיל אדוני מדבר קדש, כל אדוני יכולת איילות ויחסו יערות ובהיכלות כולו אומר כבוד. אדוני למה בו ישב וישב, אדוני מלך בעולם, אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. היי די 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 היי די 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 היי די 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 היי די Bottom of page 20. Anna bekoach, bekoach, gedulat yamincha, yamincha, tatir tserura, kabel rinatamcha, sagavenu, taharenu, nora. Anna bekoach, gedulat yamincha, tatir tserura, tatir tserura, kaberina, grina tamecha, sagavenu, tarenu, nora. Hi, di, 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 di. Hi, di, 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 di. Hi, di, 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 di. Hi, di, 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 di. Naki vado shei. Baruch Shem Kavamachotali, Allah, 21 or 56. Lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamo v'zacho v'dibor echad Hishmiyanu el hamyuchad Adonai echad Ushmo echad L'shem ultiferet v'litila Lecha dodi likrat kala Yadadai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi Yadadai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki miko ha'beracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshavati la. Lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi yadadai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzi mitoch hafecha ravla hachshevet b'yemek habacha v'hu yachamol alayichem la. Lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Hitnari me'afar kumi לבשי בגדי תפארתך עמי, היא על יד בן ישי, בית הלחמי. בי נפשי אל נפשי גלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבל, התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי שיר דברי כבוד אדון עלייך נגלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבל, לא תבושי ולא תקלמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תמי, בך יחסו אני עמי, ונבנתה עיר על תילה, לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבל, והיו לנשיסה שעשייך ורחקו כל מחטאייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהייך כמשוש חתן על כלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבל, ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תעריצי, על יד איש בן פרצי ונשמחה ונגילה, לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבל, בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובשרה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבל Page 23 on the bottom of 59. Mizmor shir leyom hashabat, tov leodod ladonai, ulazamer l'shimcha elyon, ulazamer l'shimcha elyon, lechagid baboker chastecha, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי אסור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בחינוך. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון. ולזמר לשמך העליון. כיסך אדוני. צדיקת העמה יפרח כארז בלבנון יזכה שתולים בבית אדוני בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו עוד ינובון בשיבה דשנים ורעננים יהיו להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא עוולה תבוא. Adonai malach ga'ud lavesh Adonai oz hitazar afti kon tevel baltimod nachon kisach amiyazmel mikolot mayim rabim adirim mishparei yam mikolot mayim rabim adirim mishparei yam adir bamarom haydai adir bamarom haydai adir bamarom Adonai adir bamarom haydai adir bamarom haydai adir bamarom Adonai dotecha ne'emnu ma'od leveitcha na'ava kodesh Adonai la'orech yamim
Shekoach. This week we observed the Yartzeiton of Lottie Brand, aunt of Melanie Samuels, Kenneth Breskin, father of Greg Breskin, Abraham Silver, father of Pat Levinson, Etta Schaefer, mother of Florence Grossman, Lottie Droller, mother of Michael Droller, Leo Herzog, grandfather of Jonathan Herzog, Helen Mayerson, mother of Howard Mayerson, and Vivian Schwartz, mother of Matt Schwartz. May their memories and the memories of all those whom we recall be blessings. Mourner's Kaddish is on page 24
or 62.
Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
Yalmad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. V'agala v'zman karev v'yimru.
Amen.
Yehei
Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Olam.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ah v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadav v'yitalei v'yitalal shemei d'kudisha. Le'ila min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata. Ta'amiram b'yalma v'yimru.
Amen.
Yehei Shlama Rabba min Shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Osei shalom b'mromav. Hu yasei shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen.
Amen. Good Shabbos, everyone. So I want to share two sort of thoughts, or one thought, and then maybe open a short conversation. These all fall into the category of things that, like, I've been thinking about and are interesting, but like didn't quite fit into any of my other sermons. So I want to share them now because the first one is really not a complete thought, and I really don't know what to say about it other than it interests me and it's stuck in my head. And I shared it with a colleague of mine. He said, yeah, but I don't really know what you're talking about, but I'm going to share it with you anyways. And it is this. So there's a thing in halacha, there's two brachot, barei pri ha'etz for fruits, and barei pri ha'adama for vegetables. And so barei pri ha'etz means the fruit of trees, and pri ha'adama means the fruit of the ground. And so the definition of what is a fruit versus a vegetable doesn't relate to the size of the plant in halakha, or the tallness of it, or the woodiness of the trunk. It also doesn't relate to the sweetness of the fruit. So like a tomato is barei pri adama, and a fig is barei pri ha'etz, but it's not because they're sweet. A banana is barei pri adama, so one that people sometimes, which we think of as a fruit, but it's actually barei pri adama. And the way this works in halakha is the defining feature of a tree, for the purposes that that's the blessing you make, is that it is a kind of plant that has a single trunk that does not renew itself each year, and that the fruit that it produces each year grows off the same central trunk, like an apple or a fig or a pomegranate or something like that. Unlike, and it doesn't have to do with perenniality, unlike, for instance, a strawberry, which if you have strawberries in your garden, they come back every year, and it's the same root system or something like that, but the fruit-bearing part of a strawberry are the new shoots and the new flowers. The flower are new. Consequently, you say barei pri adama. Okay. What's that?
A banana?
A banana is a kind of grass, actually. But so the bracha of a banana is barei pri adama. So here's the thought, and I admit it's a work in progress, but here's the thought. The thought is, so there's a pasuk which says, Ki adam eitz hasadeh, is a person like a tree of the field to flee before you into the city? The answer, of course, is no. We're not like a tree. And the word for human being, of course, and is Adam. Why? Because he was taken from the Adama. Okay? So the thought is something like, we're more like eggplants than we are like apples. Amen. And the thing that I think is here, and it's really not a complete thought, but the thing that I think is sort of a little bit here is, so the season pushes us to see ourselves in ways where we can genuinely kind of renew ourselves, right? We're not like one apple tree. And actually, I think I feel more like an apple tree. Like I feel more in my life like I have this trunk, and every year like I'm doing things, but like it's basically the same me that's doing things. Maybe, if it's true that we're really like things that come from the ground, we actually sprout new each year. And so, that's the thought. And, yeah. What's that?
But that also means we would wither.
Right, I don't know. Like I think the example is like a strawberry system or whatever. Right? I mean, on some level it dies, but on some level it is, what's that? The roots are deep and hard to kill.
Potatoes, they keep the life back and up.
Potatoes are Adam.
Before we say to the dewy, we are dying and being
We are dying, right? And so there's something. Yeah, there's something there. I don't know. That's the thought. I mean, if anyone else has any other thoughts about it, yeah.
I like better that we're about the renewal than the fact that I'd be like so firmly planted in the ground, like
Right.
a cedar of Lebanon.
Like a cedar of Lebanon, like a cedar of Lebanon, right, right.
But
Right.
that I have an opportunity not just to be the same old me doing the same old things, but have a chance to refresh parts
Right.
of me
Right,
and still stay rooted and.
right. Like kol hakavod, like a strawberry, like a.
Did you say eggplant?
Yeah, what's that?
Still grows a strawberry every year.
But I might not grow in the same
Just
place.
wild shoots and briars and things that.
Yes.
Right, you're still a straw. Right. I mean, you can only push it so far, Barry. It's true. So so here's the second thought. Unless anyone else has anything else to say about the first thought, here's the second thought. So this is a question, I guess. So there's at least three, but there's three very discernible conceptions of sin in the Tanakh. Three very discernible, and actually quite distinct conceptions of sin and transgression. So the first, or I don't know if it's the first, but the first one I'll talk about is the idea of sin basically as dirt. This is the idea in Leviticus. Basically that you've done something and you're dirty, and so you have to wash it off. Basically, you have all of these ritual washings, and there's your dashing of the blood, and basically you get kapara. You've sinned, it's dirty, you get kapara, which really means to scour. Right? You clean yourself off. That's one. The second sort of concept of sin that appears is sin as missing the mark. So you shot an arrow, but it's off, so you turn back, or you adjust, and you do tshuva. Okay, so one is you got to take a shower, the next is you do, or some kind of ritual shower, the next is you do tshuva, you kind of bring yourself back in line. And the third sort of very discernible idea about sin in the Tanakh is that sin is heavy, and you're schlepping it along. Nosei avon, which literally means to schlep along sin. And so the answer to that is ma'avir memshelet zadon. Ma'avir, take it off and put it down. Ma'avir, right? So three approaches to the kind of either you can get clean from being dirty, you can do tshuva for missing the mark, or you can just stop schlepping the thing that you're schlepping. And I guess the question, we could talk about it for 2 minutes or 1 minute or 5 minutes, is one of these feel particularly alive or relevant or yeah.
When you take off that big heavy sin,
Yeah.
are you allowed to just walk away from it? It's like, oh, okay, I have this like really awful thing I did.
You
I'm
give it
just
to the
gonna
rock.
leave it here and just keep
Yeah,
on.
I don't know. Like this appears in a few different places. It appears in the David stories where there's a verse that says "V'ha'aver et ha'avon," sort of, which literally means it's the same root as ivri, which means to pass over or to cross over, but to sort of to put it aside.
Don't carry it.
Don't carry it. I don't know what yeah, but then it's sitting there, right? I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe it depends on the sin.
What's that?
Maybe it depends on the sin. If there's no victim, you're just doing something wrong.
It's just like something you carry.
Just stop.
Especially our
Yeah.
sins against ourselves.
But that's more like tshuva, I think. I think stopping is more like okay, I'm doing this thing and I'm gonna stop and sort of. Although maybe stopping is putting it down. That could be.
What do you make of a sin offering? Because feels like a different thing. It's
Sin
not like you're making
I think sin offering is like, at least in the Leviticus imagination, that's how you get clean. It's sort of the blood that's part of the cleanliness one. But the offering, but right, I mean,
the offering is like, I have to give something of value.
I have to give something of value, right?
It's paying a penance.
Paying a
Is that
penance,
more
yeah.
than tzedakah? Tzedakah then doesn't have that same penance, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Well, because like a dove is a dove. Dove, you actually pay, you buy your dove, and you then bring it to the temple, and you do our sacrifice, right?
Right.
No
If
more
you give
dove.
money to the poor, you're doing it not necessarily because you sin.
different.
But it's one of the ways
It's a
we
mix
get.
of-
But I think to your point, what feels more
What's
like
different?
I don't
that?
know.
I can see feeling like you washing off is like
Washing off.
something sticking to you and you need to cleanse yourself of it.
Yeah, cleansing is you need to be cleansed of it.
But throwing all that blood around doesn't seem very cleansing.
I just feel like
I don't know, but I think there are times when sin, I think there are times when transgression really does make us feel really gross. Like we've all done things that we just feel, gosh, I just did that. I'm disgusted with myself or whatever.
Maybe it's just because of different generation, the idea of like cutting things up doesn't, and throwing blood on the temple doesn't really do it for me personally. I like
Right,
putting it down.
me neither. I mean, animal sacrifice is not something I long to go back to, but right. I mean,
Something don't agree.
But tzedakah definitely isn't of that
But
same
one-
caliber.
the
It's not like a
general
replacement
course.
for
Sounds like perfect.
the payment, right?
How do you
Yeah.
prevent yourself from doing it again unless you get back on course? Like, it seems to me that like just washing it off a one-shot deal and throwing it down is a one-shot deal, but like putting yourself back on track
right.
to me seems more like, well, then you have a chance of not doing it again.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
I feel like.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I feel like putting it down means accepting it. Like
Oh.
accepting that I
Hmm.
did this,
Right. Right.
Deal,
deal with it, or shift.
I like that.
Or forgive, ask for forgiveness, or forgive
It's like
yourself.
that self-compassion.
Yeah, I mean, of course, they're not mutually exclusive, which is, of course, why the Tanakh has all of them. But I do think there's moments when like we feel like we need to be cleansed, or I do, and there are moments when I feel like no, I need to like adjust my course. And there are times when I do feel like I need to like put it aside and like walk away from it maybe. And,
I like that.
all right.
That's a really good.
We'll continue with Baruch Hu, which is on page 28 or page 64 or page 64. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai Mevorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Adonai. Umavir yom umevi laila, umavir ben yom uben laila, Adonai tzevaot shemo el chai v'kayam, tamidim lo chalenu leolam vaed, Baruch Adonai amari baravim, ahavat olam et Yisrael. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו והם נגי יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך והיום שמות תשמע אשר אנוכי מצווך Adonai Elohechem Emet 32 or 70. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ויאמרו כולם האמין כמוך בהלים אדוני כמוך נדע בקודש נורא תהי להודות למלכותך ראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה זה אלינו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם וגלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני על ישראל השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים 33 or 73 ובצלחת וחג ישום ושמור צאתנו בואנו לחיים ושלום את אביעד עולם ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם היי 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 ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם היי היי כי ששת רמים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש יגדל ויתקדש מרבה בעלמא נברא קירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב יהי שמי רבא מבורך לעולם ולעלמי עלמי יתברך וישבח ויבר בדרמה וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי דקודשם בריחו להילה להילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירת בעלמא ואמרו amen. We can move the silent Amidah 35 or 76. Remember to include the sections for Aseret Yemei Tshuva. Hi, ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם ויכל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו אלוהי אברהם אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב אלוהי שרה אלוהי רבקה אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא אל עליון קומי שמיים והארץ מגן אבות בדברו מחי מתים במאמרו המלך הגדול שאין כמוהו המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו כיוון רצה להניח להם לפניו נעבור ביראה ופחד נודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד מעון הברכות אל ההודעות אדון השלום מקדש השבת ומבורך שביעי ומניח בקדושה לעמד ושני עונג זכר למעשה בראשית אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו רצה במנוחתנו קדשנו במצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך סבנו בטובך ושמחנו בישועתך ותאר ליבנו לעובדך באמת והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה ורצון שבת קודשך וינוחו בה ישראל מקדשי שמך ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת יתקרא ויקרא שמי רבה ואמר יברא קרא דבי מלך מלכותי בחייכון וימיכון בחייך בישראל בעגלה ובמן קריבים רו אמן יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולם מעלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרום וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי תקודשה ברכו לילה לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה דמירם בעלמה ואמרו אמן יקבל צודו ומתון דכל ישראל קודם ישמעיה ואמרו אמן יש שלום בין שמעיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. We're going to like to make Kiddush. בבקשה מרק.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kadsho b'yahava u'vasam inkilanu zikaron l'maaseh bereshit
כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר יציאת מצרים
כי באנו ובהרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך יהבה ורצון הגעתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
אמן. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגור עלינו ככל המונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ששמיים ויעשה מה שווה בשמיים ושכינת ישראל אלוהינו על כן יקבל ולכבוד שמך יגאל ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא is 52 or page 101. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah Be'alma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon u'b'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael Ba'agalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha v'richu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen Osei shalom b'mromav hu ya'asei shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. A good Shabbos once again. Thank you to Sybil Rosenberg for sponsoring Kiddush and also cooking Kiddush, or large portions of Kiddush this week in honor of Les of blessed memory, and also Ava Lou and her mother of blessed memory, her mother-in-law Eleanor Rosenberg, and her brother-in-law Kenneth Rosenberg, all of blessed memory. Thank you, Sybil. We are, of course, looking for people to sponsor Kiddush all the time. Please contact Andrea Rothberg to volunteer. So Shabbat morning services here as normal. We'll also be introducing new members of the board. So please come out for that. Candlelighting is 6:30. The Kol Nidre services also begin at 6:30 here, and then Monday 9 a.m. and we'll go pretty much all day until 7:29 exactly. On Tuesday, September 26th. We're building the sukkah at 1 p.m. here, so we have some volunteers, but we need more. If you can come, raise your hand. Mark I think you're already on the list, but reach out to John, and we're trying to get the sukkah up so the kiddos can decorate it at the Learning Center that evening. So we need people to help. 1 p.m. on the 26th. Thank you to John for helping organize that. Then we have a Friday night dinner, the first night of Sukkot on September 30th. It's free and open to all members and guests. The 29th, yes, the 29th. Please email the office if you want to come so we can order the right amount of food. Adult Ed is starting right after the holidays, Tuesdays 4:30 to 6 p.m., beginning on 10/10, October 10th, and also the Lunch and Learn on October 11th. Please email the office to register for the Tuesday class, and there's a extra $75 donation. Also, I have many chevrutas going, and I have room for more, so please let me know if you'd like to do some learning together. The next book club is Monday, October 16th at 8 p.m., and it's discussing The Postcard by Anne Barris, which is a fictionalized autobiography of one family's experience in France during the Shoah. The Israel trip is on July 1st through 9th. We have 33 people committed, which are more people than when we last read this announcement, and so there are more. So please let Adam Gerber know if you'd like to come. And finally, the refugee woman that we're sponsoring from the Democratic Republic of Congo is arriving on Wednesday. Which is exciting and of course daunting. Thank you to everyone who's helping. The things that we are going to need in the coming days are drivers, probably English as a second language teachers, and sort of local guides to help with some housing and some setup. We have a committee that meets every Tuesday, which of course anyone's welcome to join, but we're also trying to build out another list of people who can drive or respond to specific tasks as they come up. So please let Matt Marcus or Rhonda Singer know if you'd like to do that. Drivers especially, probably in the first few weeks, so please let them know if you have flexibility there. Also, the Airbnb where Belly will be staying temporarily doesn't have a stovetop, so we're looking for if anyone has like portable burners and stuff that we could borrow. We're looking for that. And please let Matt or Rhonda or John know about that. And please keep reading your emails and checking the bulletin. There's so much going on at the PJC and in the Jewish world over the next several weeks. So hopefully it'll continue to be a marvelous holiday season. Any other pressing community announcements? All right, we'll continue with Yigdal on page 53 or 114. Yigdal Elohim Chai Tabach nimtza b'einei del metziuto echad v'en yachid keyechudo ne'elam v'gam ein sof le'achduto ein lo demut haguf v'eino guf lo naharoch elav Shato Kadmon lechol davar asher nivra Rishon vein reshit lereshito Hino Adon Olam vechol notzar yorei gedulato umalchuto eshefa nevuato Netano el anshei segulato v'tifarto lokam beYisrael gemoshe navi umabit et emunato Torah temet natan le'amo Neman beito lo yachalifael velo yamir dato leolamim lezulato zofe v'yodea setarenu mabil sof davar begad mato Gomel ish chesed gemifalo Noten lirashara gerishato Yishlach leget yamim meshichenu Limdod mechakeget Yeshuato Meitim yechayel berov chazdo Baruch adei Hashem tehilato Meitim yechayel berov chazdo Baruch adei Hashem tehilato. Good job, Sarah.
Although the bar of the axe feels less.
Fins, you know, they
We got them.
I got to tell you something about
We had
spring
So
break,
what-
memories.
She is?
Yeah,
What
my
color's
sister
her
and my
lantern?
grandfather.
Sorry.
What color's her lantern?
Good.
Oh, they did 2
No,
lanterns?
they did, I just
They
did
did.
this week, just
So-
like talking about it.
Oh, right.
Just did this week.
My daughter's green.
She's, if you.
He hated that?
And every year,
Literally like
every,
3
not
seconds
common,
after you
but
see
common.
this.
Let me just tell you, yeah, she's like a smart girl. No. Oh, yeah. So our daughter is not, she had a really,
So she needs to go to one of the sisters.
Yeah, well, the consumer.
she did, was it?
Oh, that's so fun.
Because that's like a relief for everyone.
Although, to tell you sort of how Larissa came out, it's very funny, actually. She had this like best friend that was like a really bad friend. She's not suspecting from that, no. But she never, and Tracy's
Very
home,
nice.
and Larissa comes walking out of the bathroom taking a shower in a shirt that has a big heart on it. And a
Very
big
nice,
logo.
very nice from you. You still be philosophy?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Read anything good lately?
No, just too much work lately, too much.
That's sad.
So the picture, with a picture of this girl, it says, I love
This
my
girl's
girlfriend.
Yeah.
And Teresa just sees her and it's like, okay, now it's time. She goes, so do you wanna
Say
tell me
something.
something? And Larissa looks down, looks up and goes, oh yeah, I'm gay. Just like that, I'm like, didn't you know?
And you did.
Did I forget to mention that?
Well, it's good, Bryn Mawr's a great place for everyone.
It's a great place anyway.
Everyone.
Yeah, anyone.
Every,
Strengthened
it
by-
really,
Yeah.
like,
I'm a big
and they have
fan.
quite a network afterwards.
So I've seen already, no,
We'll have to talk more, because
It's
Yeah.
great, it's
But-
good.
what I like, it's a hard place for what I like was, so we went saw she looked at a lot of schools, but, women's and otherwise. And like, she liked Smith College, and I didn't.
And so our other daughter got into Smith, and at that time, she came out of straight, but she goes, Mom, I think this way, I'm not gay, okay? But I thought for sure if she went to Smith, and she got like a half ride, and I was like, girl.
So here's why I didn't Smith. My wife would tell you that I'm a guy and she's not, so I hear things differently. We visited Wesleyan, and I got the whole women empowerment thing, I'm good with it. We went to Bryn Mawr, I heard the whole women empowerment thing, I'm good with that. The tone of the conversation with was a little more guy stuff.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Travis?
Greg, his daughter goes to Bryn Mawr.
Oh,
She's a
wonderful.
freshman.
She's a freshman?
Yeah.
How's she doing so far?
So, it's been bumpy, but she doesn't know anyone,
Right.
so,
Yeah.
and Larissa's always had a hard time making friends,
Oh,
so
so
it's gonna
initial.
be,
It'll be a while.
like, she's like, I've got these 4 people that I'm hanging out with a lot, who tell me they're friends, I'm not sure I believe them, like,
Oh,
why would
just
you not believe?
or just be okay.
I'm
Be
a little like that
okay.
myself.
They're just yeah.
I was a little
That is
like
the
this, like, I know them, I can hang out with them, but friend, it takes a little depth. It's a little,
Yeah.
And
The
Let's
thing
just
is,
not that
is
long.
My 3 kids went to 3, you could not have picked 3 more
We're
different
we're
schools.
good.
So my oldest graduated from Wake Forest. My middle one is a junior at University of Edinburgh in Scotland.
Oh, cool. Super
And
cool.
Larissa goes to Bryn Mawr. So Nick went to a 6,000 student traditional American college in the South and joined a fraternity, the whole thing. My son, my middle one goes to a 45,000 student
That's not
university.
even Edinburgh.
It's in Edinburgh and it's no campus. It's like scattered through this
That's
part of the
so
city.
cool.
And Larissa goes to
Oh,
a 1,500 student, all women's college.
Yeah.
I mean, it couldn't be 3 more different
well,
schools.
do they match the kids, though, you think? If you have each good
Yeah,
choice for each kid?
absolutely, 100%.
Well, that's wonderful.
100%.
Yeah, I can totally see, and Northampton, the environment in Northampton is it's a little heavy.
Northampton, what is that?
But he's saying he didn't like Smith.
Oh,
like,
Smith versus
but yeah,
Bryn Mawr.
yeah, and Bryn Mawr's more gentle and,
It's not, we went to, we went to visit a number of women's colleges and other schools too.
Yeah.
And most of the other 3 women's colleges we visited, when you sit down in orientation, you get this big women empowerment
Right.
speech, which is what it should be,
Right, right.
The Smith College one felt a little less women empowerment, a little bit more man stuff. And she-
I think that matters.
and it does, and it's very isolated.
yeah.
You know, Bryn Mawr, as you know, they overlap with Haverford.
Right, Haverford.
So even though it's an all women's
And-
college, you're not isolated like you
Sophomore,
are.
they can.
Right.
It's, so I was, and my wife's like, oh, you're hearing it wrong, like, you're not a guy.
I'm hearing it quite
I'm hearing it
clearly.
very clearly.
And the thing is, I have these other schools to compare to, so I know what the
I'm
differences are.
so glad to hear.
Alright, I'll also say, the other thing I'm happy about, she's going to tomorrow, is she gave me her initial list of schools, there were like 9 schools on it.